How were you as a teenager?
Horrible. I was horrible. There was this status that I put out once, like, do you think I'm fat? I screenshotted it and put it on my Twitter and was like, don't fucking send me this. It was such a scary thing for me.
Anne-Marie, good to see you again. I'm just gonna give you a hug. It's been a while.
I know.
It's been like a year, I think.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about your life and your rise to fame, so just let's start at the beginning. Anne-Marie as a kid.
I started dancing really young, so I was like 2 years old.
Really?
Yeah. My sister's like 4 years older than me, so she was already going to this dance school, and as soon as I could really walk and do and talk a little bit, I was there. And then I went to school and I was kind of like really easily distracted. I just couldn't concentrate on anything that wasn't singing or music.
Really?
Then I started karate when I was 9 years old.
Yeah, you told me before.
That
right?
actually helped me a lot with my attention span and my focus on things, because without that I think I'd still be the same as when I was a child. From when I was young, I think my parents must have known that I weren't going to shut up.
Did they push you to go like to do music and to keep on dancing, or did they have like a different goal set for you?
They honestly didn't have any goal set for me. They just wanted me to do my own thing. There was a point when I was a teenager and I was like doing nothing, and they were like, what are you gonna do? Get a job? And I was like, no. I'm the kind of person that if I was to put my mind to something, I would really try hard at it. So I feel like they thought, no matter what she decides to do, she's gonna try really hard. So I think they had that trust in me, and they just let me be who I was gonna become. And I love them for that.
How were you as a teenager?
Horrible. I was horrible. I feel bad for my mum and dad.
Really?
Yeah, I always apologise to them now still. Just being like, I'm so sorry you had to do it. For them having to deal with me. Yeah. My sister was like amazing. Like she was like the perfect child. Yeah, and then I came along and they were like, we have not raised you any different. What has happened here? I was going through a lot of different things. I was like struggling with like what I look like, and I was having bad relationships with boys, and just like trying to deal with everything on my own. I feel like I never spoke to anyone about anything, and I was just like having these bad experiences and just keeping it all to myself. I was so tough, and I was like, I'm not telling anyone how I feel. And then as soon as I had songwriting, there was that thing that I could actually let out steam. I was actually studying musical theatre at college. So I was like planning to go into musical theatre, which is totally different to this. But along the way I met a songwriter, and it kind of all changed from there really, because I'd never written a song before. I always knew that songwriting was like an important thing to a song, because every song that I loved growing up had a really strong meaning to it. It weren't just a good groove. It was like Alanis Morissette, Lauryn Hill, Eminem, all those people that was telling a story. So I knew that that was important to me, but I didn't know how it was going to make me feel when I first wrote a song. I just knew that I didn't want to do anything else.
How did the process go? Did you guys meet up and you just start writing like?
She was actually a songwriter. She needed someone to sing her songs to get those songs given to other people. So I just sang her songs for her. So that was the first moment we ever met. And then I got a phone call, and the guy that was recording my vocals had told the label that I needed to get signed because of my voice. And I was like, what? I didn't know anything about the music industry. I didn't know how to write a song. I didn't know what music I wanted to make. I didn't know what I wanted to look like. I didn't know that so much went into being an artist. I thought that you just were who you were.
How did your life change from that moment?
I was living in London from that point. I'd moved out from my mum and dad's house. And I think it just like, it made me learn so much about myself. Just being out of my mum and dad's house, and also having to meet all of these different people, all these strangers, and I struggle a lot with anxiety and meeting new people. So it was such a scary thing for me.
What was the moment when you realized, okay, this is getting pretty serious?
When I started touring with Rudimental, when they brought me on tour with them, I was like, whoa, this is serious stuff. And then I wrote a song called Alarm, and I think that was when people were like, this is good. So when people started noticing that song, I was like, okay, this could be good. And then they started really pushing it around, and I was like, yeah, people in Germany are liking it, people over there are liking it. So that was a big moment.
How is it to arrive in another country and people recognize you and know your songs?
It makes you feel really good. Because I struggle so much with like being in the presence of people in general.
Right. Are you having a hard time now? Or?
No, I feel fine.
Okay, thank God.
I always doubt my ability, and like when I go to other countries, I'm like, no one knows me. I've done loads of shows where before I've gone on stage, I'm saying to my friends, no one's gonna be there. Like, so that's my horrible mindset of how I feel about myself. And when there are actually people there, it kind of makes me want to punch myself and go, look, Abonneer, you are doing well.
The anxiety, is it still something you have from being a teenager from back then? Is it just like...
Yeah, I think I always had it, but I never really explored it until like a year ago. I think I struggled with it for so long, not knowing what was happening to me. I reacted differently to different situations to what other people were reacting to them, and I was so confused about who I was or what I was doing. And it wasn't until I honestly just started researching about myself and going online and reading books and speaking to people that I was like, okay, I have that. I think that's what made me come out of my shell so much and want to learn about just the way my brain works and like why I feel like no one's going to be in the crowd, or why I feel like I don't look right, or if I'm too fat or too thin, or like there's always like things going through my head that are the opposite to what's happening. I think that's like it helps me, I guess, know what I need to do in life, because I think with my social media and the songs I make, I'm constantly trying to make other people feel better than what I did when I was growing up. So yeah, like songs like Perfect to me and Machine and all the songs that I went through breakups and come out the other end stronger, I've wanted them to be out for other people. Right. Like the writing process is me helping me, but then after that's done, the music's for everyone else.
How does that work for you, Instagram and social media?
When it first came about, I was like, I don't want to know. I didn't have Twitter for so long, and I had to like think, okay, I'm an artist, I need to have social media. So then I got it, and then I got really good at it, and I was like, oh, I love this now, I love this. And then it became like an obsession, and I was like reading all these comments and getting really sad and not wanting to cut my hair because people were like, you look better with long hair. So then I didn't cut my hair because...
That's so crazy.
It's like a horrible circle that you have. And everyone was always like, just don't read the comments. But it's like... It's
impossible to do,
it's
really.
Impossible. Yeah. I want to be able to post a picture of me with no makeup on and not and feel like I'm helping something. Like I don't know what, but if I was to feel like I have to put a picture up of myself every day with... Picture perfect. I just feel like I would probably go insane. There's times where people just like, she's fat, and it's like, wow, am I... It's like, am I fat? There was this status that I put out once, like, do you think I'm fat? And I just wanted to see what the response was, to prove to people that everyone has a different idea of what perfect is. Yeah. And there were some people like, you're a bit chubby, yeah. Oh, no, you're really skinny. It's like, look. And I was like, look at the comments, everyone. Like, no one thinks the same way. No, it's all about perception. I think for me, that was the biggest realization, that I was trying to post something to make everyone happy, and it's impossible. So you have to just do it for you. Exactly. And then just let it be.
Do you get a lot of like male or female attention? What's this one artist, and she told me that she and her boyfriend, they go through all the dick pics they get.
I remember when I first got Snapchat and I got a video, I screenshotted it and put it on my Twitter and was like, don't fucking send me this. So I think everyone got shook.
And then they didn't send you that. No. So I'm gonna send my dick, is gonna end up on her Twitter account. Not gonna do it anymore. collaborations that you would really want to see happening in the near future?
Yeah, loads. I would love to do more with Ed Sheeran, obviously. That's probably going to happen. I love Shawn Mendes. I love Eminem. I might just have to ask Ed Sheeran to help me out with that.
Right.
Because they're like friends. I don't know, I feel like all of my collaborations have happened from a very natural place. Like, I've met all of them.
Right.
And it goes from there. So for me, if I meet people along the way, along the journey of the second album, then that will happen, of course.
If music wasn't your thing, what would you be doing? Karate, obviously, or something else?
I would be like a detective, like a private detective.
Really?
Yeah. I just love finding stuff out.
Okay.
I love justice. Like, I love getting justice for people, and I feel like I love finding the baddies. Okay.
So do you sneak around on Instagram as well, like looking for whatever you're looking for?
I feel like no matter what the situation is, I dig deep.
Okay.
Until I get to like why it happened, when, what, for, where.
Okay.
And then I know everything. I don't know everything. I think I know everything.
Right.
But I'd love to be a private detective. Probably can't now that I've said that though.
No, not anymore. Thanks for your time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck with the tour.
Thank
and everything.
you.